Welcome. Let's talk about some of the questions from GATE Atmospheric Sciences 2025 paper. Again, GATE Atmospheric Science is a section under GATE Engineering Sciences. There are 8 different segments under which engineering sciences students can appear for. So let's go through some of the questions from atmospheric and oceanic sciences. The first question is, during which of the following times of the day is 2 meter air temperature usually the lowest at the tropical location? Now, the daily temperature cycle near the ground is actually governed by the balance between the insolation, that's the incoming solar radiation, and the long wave outgoing radiations. Now, this balance during the day, ground absorbs the solar radiation and gets heated up, warms the air, and typically during the mid-afternoon period, the temperature gets to its peak. However, at sunset, the solar radiation is no longer available, but the long wave radiations are continuously emitting. So this phenomena leads to cooling down. Now this cooling continues throughout the night. So the minimum temperature is reached somewhere around the time of sunrise. So that's the important thing that has been asked in the question. So it's around the time of sunrise, which is the point after the longest period of net radiative cooling, just before the sun begins to warm again. So the next question is the cumulonimbus clouds. Now, cumulonimbus we well know are the rain clouds. Now, these are usually located at tropopause. Now, cumulonimbus are long towering clouds which are considered as rain clouds. Now, these the updraft rises rapidly through the troposphere. When it reaches the tropopause, it encounters, we could say, a stable condition because the above layer, which is the stratosphere, is stable, and therefore in the stratosphere, where the temperature increases with the height, it resists any further vertical motion, and as a result the envelope is located at the tropopause, because beyond it there cannot be any vertical motion that could be seen. Now the next question is, which of the following is one of the main reasons why tropical cyclones rarely form over Bay of Bengal during summer months? Now this is a very important question. Tropical cyclones require several conditions for formation, which firstly includes the warm sea surface, so warm waters, then Coriolis force is another important condition, low level of moisture content, weak wind shear activities are some of the reasons which are primarily responsible. Now, we are saying that these tropical cyclones do not form in the Bay of Bengal during the summer monsoons. That means one of these conditions is not met. And what is the condition which is not met? It has strong vertical wind shear at that time, and therefore what happens is it is a destructive element for cyclone development, because it tilts the vertical structure of the storm, disrupting the organized convectional flow that could actually create the cyclonic formation and prevents from vertical stocking, and as a result the cyclonic conditions in Bay of Bengal are not seen during the summer months. A very important question. This is highly important for your CSIR Earth Sciences as well. The next question is, which of the following is one of the main cause of land-sea temperature contrast which derives phenomena like sea breeze and the Indian summer monsoons? Now, we have already covered land breeze, sea breeze in detail in the video lectures, so you can refer that. But of course, the basic factor which has been the underlying cause is the specific heat capacity between the land and the sea. Now, this creates the element of differential heating, and this differential heating, water has a much higher specific heat capacity as compared to the land. So, for water or the sea, we could say it's somewhere at 4200. However, for land, it is only 800 joules per kilogram Kelvin, and this actually creates the major difference. So large amount of solar input energy creates the temperature differential, and this is responsible for the phenomena like sea breeze, the summer monsoons, and solely attributed to the specific heat capacity between the land and the water. The next is again a very interesting question, the South Pacific subtropical gyre and the North Atlantic subtropical gyre. Now, it's important to understand these ocean gyres are actually rotating current systems because of the prevailing winds. In the north hemisphere, Coriolis deflects the objects towards the right. So in the north, it would deflect towards the right, and this will lead to clockwise conditions. So north would have clockwise conditions. Okay, so clockwise is seen in two of those, so the remaining choice is gone. And the other one is south. We need not to get confused whether it is Atlantic, whether it is Pacific. That's just meant to confuse, but the whole idea here is to identify the Coriolis force, and in the south it would tilt towards the left, indicating a counterclockwise. So among this, the counterclockwise is this, so B would be the right answer. The next is, which of the following periods correspond to wind waves? Now, wind waves are interesting, right? Wind waves are gravity waves which are generated by the local winds. They range from somewhere about 1 second to 10 seconds. So, typically 5 seconds, we could say, would be the right range for wind waves. But don't stop on wind waves. Let's talk about swell waves. Swells are the wind waves that have propagated away from the area where they are generated, and they take a little time to travel. Now, since they take a little time to travel, this is 1 to 10 seconds. This is somewhere around 10 to 30 seconds. So, average we can take as 20 seconds. So, this is a multiple select question. 2 answers correct. So, A and B, both of them would be correct. But 6 hours, 12 hours are just the cyclic motions for tide generation, right? It has nothing to do with the generation of wind. So, A and B would be the correct options here. So, these were some of the questions from atmospheric sciences and engineering sciences of GATE. Of course, the complete solutions are available at Doorstep Tutor on the link below. For more information, feel free to connect on the number below. Thanks for joining. Have a wonderful day.